disgusting.
Where's the Lysol?
God, I can't even cut it out. Get the hell out of here. I got the paper in front of my mouth.
What'd you have, spinach for lunch?
1027 WNEW, The Rock of New York with the police. From Ghost of the Machine. You know, is it too much to ask? If someone's going to fart, do it outside the studio. Wow.
And I get grief for doing it in the bathroom.
Oh. Pearl Jam before that from Live on Two Legs. Daughter. How's it out there, Ant?
It's better. Yeah, I don't know.
Are you sure?
I'm on this side.
Yeah, but he farted right behind me. Just blast the Lysol right there.
Can you believe
Did he blast? You don't know where the... Who has the Lysol?
It's right there.
Jesus. Give me this.
That was horrid.
That was...
Shoot it up your nose, Ope.
Like a girl. It was like a rotten egg, you ass.
All right, not too much. That gets a little out of hand. Kills germs on contact. Like Ope spraying his butt.
Jesus.
All right.
Hi, everyone.
Hey.
Now it smells like
He's out of his shirt now.
Now it smells like a bathroom.
There will be none of that in the studio, please.
That's one rule we try to abide by. We try, anyway.
Terrible.
Well, it's Monday, and here we are.
Hey, how you doing?
Pretty good.
Made it.
We barely survived the ride-in today.
The ride-in was a little rough today.
There's a guy out there that is missing a kitchen sink.
Kitchen sink off the back of a plumbing truck. Came flying off the truck.
If you got to the job site and you wonder where your kitchen sink is, it's somewhere on the Long Island Expressway.
On the Expressway, just a little bit east of the Cross Island, I believe.
It just missed us.
That was unreal. I saw a box coming up off of this plumbing truck, supply truck.
Yeah.
And it flew off. It was empty. And then another box started catching some wind, and it flew off, and it hits the expressway, and a kitchen sink, a stainless steel kitchen sink, goes flying across the road.
Obviously, you were driving it today.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're angry and you're laughing.
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't laughing at this because it was like, is that a kitchen sink? It was flying. It was going like 70 miles an hour across the highway.
Yeah. Well, that just, it's a battle out there. When we first got on the expressway, I didn't even mention this to Ope, in the HIV lane, there was, you know those steel rings that they used to close 55-gallon drums with?
Yeah.
It's just a big steel ring. It was laying in the middle of that, all bent up, just waiting for a tire to catch it and thrust it through someone's head.
It sounds like something I saw on 2020 Friday.
I saw that. I saw the same thing with the kids that got killed.
Really sad story.
Horrible.
What is this?
This guy's driving on the highway. A piece of a truck falls off. He can't get around it. He's got to go over it. Has no choice. Explodes the gas tank. Gas tank just goes up and happens to be underneath his 6 kids. Tank, and they're just gone.
He lost all his kids?
Wife and husband survived, and all the kids died.
6 kids, because a piece of the guy's taillight assembly and mud flap falls off. And it must have been the perfect height. It hit the perfect spot on this guy's gas tank. When you see crap in the road and you run it over without your tires, you just drive over it.
You don't think much of it.
You don't think it might strike your gas tank and blow you up.
And take out your 6 kids.
6 kids. Wow. And the guy was a preacher?
Yeah, he's a preacher. As it turns out,
that's a test of your faith.
It's like a whole, number one.
Wow.
And there's a whole big story underlying now. Kickbacks with the guy who's now governor of the state, as far as giving out licenses to people who shouldn't have got trucking license, couldn't speak English and didn't really pass the test.
Oh, the driver of that truck that the piece fell off of?
He couldn't speak English.
Couldn't speak English. The another trucker testified he pulled up next to him before this fell off because everyone knew they saw it ready to fall off.
Yep.
Pulled up next to him. He's beeping his horn, trying to get him on the CB, waving at him, saying, "You got something falling off your truck," pointing at the back. The guy didn't even look. He kept driving.
This is like 10 miles. They're trying to warn this guy.
No
way. It's ready to happen.
Piece falls off 6 kids. Move! Wow. Man.
Well, there's more to that story.
That's tragic. That's very tragic.
But it's like that out there every day. Today, not only that, not only the round clip for the 55-gallon drum, then the kitchen sink. We got everything and the kitchen sink thrown at us. The kitchen sink flies across the road. Then at one point, I'm behind a flatbed tractor trailer where all of a sudden it was like buckshot coming at my windshield.
Yeah, you feel like you're in a hailstorm all of a sudden, right?
Rocks are flying off of this thing. Now you have to do 80 because you got to get past them or your windshield's going to buy it. They already got little dings and chips in it. So now you got to speed. It is just so unsafe out there. It's getting ridiculous.
And then you almost took out Yoshi.
Holy smoke. 57th Street, man.
We would have been front page of the Daily News.
All right, get this. Well, two-lane jack-off was in front of me.
Yeah.
These guys in their livery cabs, 2 lanes. He's in his Lincoln. 2 lanes. They will straddle that line, 57th Street, 2 lanes each direction, as long as no one's double parked. So if you have both lanes open, one guy right in the middle of both lanes. I was so pissed, so I'm going around him. And Yoshi is pedaling his little ass off.
This is a true story. Ralph, he missed him by an inch.
I almost clipped him, man.
And it wasn't like he was going 30 or 40 because he wanted to get past the guy on the right.
I was tooling.
He was going at least 50, 60 miles an hour.
I thought my mirror was going to get him.
He just missed Yoshi by this much.
Yeah. He had his food hanging off of the handlebars. I thought I was going to clip that bag of
I'm like,
pork.
straight in. I could see the headline tomorrow.
Oh, gee, you think some of the tapes of this show would come out in the court case?
Yeah, 2 DJs that make fun of the pork delivery guys kills one of them.
Your Honor, this was obviously a thought-out crime. Premeditated. He hit this man. Listen to this tape. Pork! I ride my bicycle! Yeah, I'd be doing some hard time.
And I was kind of ticked off we weren't rolling tape today because it would have been a great day to do the road rage bit.
Well, for some reason, I've been driving in a Thursday, Friday, and today.
Well, I was sick
on
last week.
a ride that we carpool drive every other day.
I was sick last week.
So I've had it.
You can tell he's losing
I'm
on the edge.
spent.
But, all right, there you go. So we survived the right edge.
Barely.
And we have lots to do today. The fax line, 212-957-WNEW. The instant feedback is all set and ready to go. You could send an email to us while we're on the air from 3 to 7 if you just click on our pictures through the WNEW website and go from there. It'll be obvious. Or you could use the old-fashioned way and give us a call. It's Opie and Anthony just getting warmed up here. A lot of people commenting about the new pictures of Tara, Anthony.
Yes.
They said you did a much better job with the second batch of pictures.
Well, I prepared a little better, yes.
Tara, the hottest girl to ever pose naked on the Opie and Anthony show. And the new pictures definitely do her justice. Check them out for yourself. What, semi-live studio cam?
Yes.
In our section of the WNEW website. 1027 WNEW, the Rock of New York.
What, Opie? What?
Collective Soul and Run off the Dosage CD. What?
I didn't hear that. What'd you just say?
Nothing. I just commented about something before the mics went on. Oh, screw it. You know I'll say it anyway.
I don't care. I think you got to change your wording.
Well, the Daily News is saying that the president may be moving to New York.
Yeah, well, Hillary making a bid for the Senate, she would have to live in New York, and of course she will be staying with Bill after the presidency. And he would be living here too, I guess.
No thanks, Bill. We have enough rapists in New York. Please don't come to town. Got a bunch of them out on the streets that we're trying to find as is. And then I said, you know how Giuliani's taking away everyone's cars for driving drunk? The new law that was passed. And is it an actual law?
Yes, it is a law.
I know the ACLU is fighting it.
Mm-hmm. If you're caught driving drunk in New York City, they will take your car away. Confiscate.
Well, I was thinking if the president wants to move to New York, maybe we could take his away before he comes to the city.
Somehow that isn't how you said it when the mics were. Somehow you said something about take away his large male chicken. Something like that.
You know, we already have an FCC complaint pending, so I couldn't go there, unfortunately. But
why would someone want to take away my pet rooster? I don't understand it. I have a hen and a cock. Now, I don't understand why someone want to take my cock away. How am I supposed to get eggs out of the hen? Well, I'm just saying, you know, if I want some poultry.
You had to go there, man. What? I thought we were all just
out
having
of
fun.
chicken, right?
Yeah.
I just might have to choke that chicken. Yeah, I don't like the Giuliani law with the drunk driving. Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna have to get the drunk mobile. I have to tell everybody, just go out, get yourself a $75 old Dodge Dart.
Just get a beater.
Yeah. You know, throw the minimal insurance on it. Mm-hmm. And that's your drunk mobile. You can even share it with your drunk friends. That way you don't care, you know. You get pulled over, it's like, what's the matter, officer? Yeah, I was out. You drinking this evening, sir? Yeah, you buying? Woohoo! We're going to confiscate. Take it!
Well,
my friends anyway.
It's a crazy law.
Well, they also said leased cars. They will take leased cars.
Mm-hmm.
They just can't take rental cars because obviously they don't belong to you. And if you're driving while impaired, which I believe is over a 606, then they won't take it. But if you're driving drunk, they will take your car.
So if you're leasing a vehicle for $50,000, that's a heavy-duty fine.
Yeah, and all of a sudden, you don't have the vehicle, but you got the bill.
Mm-hmm.
Now you have to still pay this. And then you got to go to court, a civil court, to try to get it back, and that's all tied up.
Obviously, drunk driving is a serious issue.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, but to do this, I think you could come up with a better plan than taking someone's car away.
It's a little much. I don't know why people shun my plan. The drunk driver's license. If I ever run for office, I'm running on this platform. I believe, from drinking with your friends, everyone has a different tolerance to alcohol, right? One of your friends could pound him all night and he's fine. The other guy, 2 drinks, I love you. You, man, come here, give me a hug. No, cool, man, be cool. Well, you don't want to hug me? What am I, an asshole, man? Come on, man, I'll kick your ass. Look, I'm sorry, man. Look, I know I'm drunk. I'm sorry, man. People have different levels that they can tolerate with alcohol.
Sure.
I believe the same goes with driving. So I say we give people a test, a drunk driving test. You do shots. They strictly check your alcohol level and give you a very tough driving test.
Will it be like the Brady Bunch obstacle course?
Yes, exactly like that, Opie.
Okay.
I'm talking a tough test, not the wimpy one they give everybody just to give a license.
Yeah.
Obstacle course, real, see how fast you could brake, a real test. And then you're rated on your license to what your blood alcohol level can be. And you could still drive. Some people could drive over the legal limit, and they're fine. Other people can't. I believe this should be on your license. Your legal limit should vary from person to person.
Very nice.
Me? Give me a couple of 6-packs. I'm still good to go. NEW.
Hi.
Hi, what's up?
This is Jill from Yonkers.
Hello, Jill.
Hi. I don't know who it was that said that it was a steep price to have your vehicle taken away.
Yes.
I don't think that's a price at all.
Uh-oh.
Especially when you could kill someone.
Well, exactly.
I think we all know someone that has died from a drunk driver, pretty much.
Right.
I had a really good friend die. But I think it's more of a cop-out at this point. I think they can do other things to solve the drunk driving problem in this state.
They've gone too far. You can't have a beer and drive on the road without the threat of getting pulled over.
No, I think it should be more than just having their car taken away.
Well, I think the fine should be stiffer to begin with if you are caught. The first time, I had friends in college, they were caught 3 or 4 times drunk.
I know a lot of people that have been pulled over and they had something in common with the cop, and the cop said, oh, all right, bye. Go about your business. Go on your way.
That's life.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, I don't know. I think it's a crazy, crazy way to take care of a problem.
Yeah.
And then Giuliani gets this, and then what? Then he'll figure out some way to take away your house or take away your husband. I'm serious, though. The guy's out of his mind.
Take mine, please.
Yeah, but the guy's out of his mind.
I don't mind the laws and stuff. You leave the alcohol level at 0.1, but it keeps getting more and more crazy. Every law they enact, then there's another one. And then they want to push the limit back. It gets to the point where, you want to go out to a bar and have a couple of beers and drive home.
But maybe this will limit it a little bit more than anything else that's occurred. People are getting nervous already. People I've talked with at work.
So
yeah, it's crazy.
But I don't want to get my car taken away.
Well, do you think it's a good idea?
It's an idea, period.
I think it's
it might help.
I think it's an idea of a lunatic.
I don't think it'll help anything. I think people that drive drunk to the point where they can't drive are going to do it anyway. You take their car away, just get another car.
Need stiffer fines, more roadblocks if you need to, but I don't know, man.
I'll tell you one thing. After a few beers, I drive better. I do the speed limit. I make sure I'm driving right. Swear to God. I don't get plastered and drive. That's one thing. I would not. I can't understand the people that are like, and he was drunk and got going the wrong way on the expressway. Like, how do you pull that one? That's hard to do. But I mean, after I get nervous after 2 beers getting on the road because you wonder, hey, what's my blood alcohol level? Maybe I didn't eat anything,
I did that once.
And it's crazy because, I don't know.
Jill, we're obviously having a little fun with it, but
Okay.
But my opinion is it's just a crazy way
It's a little much.
to deal with a serious issue.
And it's a little Giuliani stepping stone to something else.
I mean, this is the best we could come up with. Take away their car. I don't know. Well, have a good day.
All right, you too. Thanks.
All right.
Bye.
Well, I don't know. I think she was wavering on it, Opie.
What do you mean?
She seemed a little wishy-washy. First, she called up and she seemed very, for it.
Well, I think people are getting mad because you joke about
Drunk driving, very serious offense. Don't get me wrong. And I'm not saying you get out there and drink. And
simple as this. When we were growing up, drunk driving was a sport.
Yeah, and
you're sitting there like in shock if you're like a little younger. No, everyone was drinking and driving, and that wasn't what you should do. I know that, but it was going on.
And we realized, yes, a lot of people were dying.
Yeah.
At the same time.
But it was insane what was going on those highways. We got pulled over once, and the guy that was driving, he was definitely drunk, and it was close to a diner. The cop took away our keys and said, "I'll be back after my shift to give you the keys so you guys could drive home." That's all that was done to us at the time.
Well, that's why I like my drunk driving license idea. Everyone has a different tolerance.
All right.
Different tolerance.
A little too serious for my blood, but...
Oh, please, give me a beer. Actually, I want one of those malt liquors that they advertise with the humping turtle.
Yeah,
someone get me one.
We'll get it. Yeah, I want to see that.
Let's see if Ben can pick us up some of that old steel. What is that called?
Ben the Fag. Is it malt liquor?
Yeah,
it is, right?
Yeah, they're getting all mad in Harlem about these ads. I want to taste this stuff. Their ad is 2 turtles having sex.
The poster for Steel Reserve High Gravity Lager.
Yeah, hook us up, man. Let's do a little taste test.
I don't understand why they don't... Never mind. I've never heard of this beer in my neighborhood.
I haven't either.
Steel Reserve High Gravity Lager?
Yeah.
We want to get some of that.
Let's do a taste test. Let's send Ben out for
all right, Ben, go get us some of those. 1027 WNEW, the Rock of New York. The latest from Hole, from Celebrity Skin, that's Malibu. Hole and Marilyn Manson coming to town April 6th at the Continental Arena, and on the 7th to Nassau Coliseum.
Whoever guessed she'd have a career in music. What
do you mean?
Oh, you just never would have known,
I like
Kurt.
I like her sound, though, man.
No, it's great. I'm not saying. Saying that. You never would have figured. She was just a sleazy whore that Kurt Cobain was married to.
Banging and stuff.
Yeah, remember that you guys all forget. Remember the news stories about her back when he was still alive?
Well, she was always
just
some hose and stuff.
Yeah, and she was just like a mess.
Yeah.
Both of them.
Now she's all cleaned up.
And he died, and you figured she would just end up in an alley somewhere with a needle sticking out of her on dead. And she turns around this huge career.
And there you have it.
Kudos.
The Rock of New York, 1027 WNEW, Metallica from Garage Inc. Turn the page. Sophie and Anthony, good afternoon. Thanks for checking us out today. Well, Anthony, I don't think we're going to get a chance to taste test the Steel Reserve High Gravity Lager.
Wait a minute. Ben the Fag is back.
A malt liquor.
Why not?
Well, what's the story again, Anthony?
Well, a couple of people in the community, Harlem, are angry at this beer company for putting ads in their liquor stores and on billboards that show 2 tortoises having sex.
And they say that's racism?
I don't know.
Racist?
Yeah, I don't know why, but they say it's in poor taste, and that
well, the R word was used. It's racist.
Yeah, I didn't get that.
Explain why a picture of 2 turtles effing is racist.
It's racism, and it said the whole slogan is research says sex sells, and the joke on that is like 2 tortoises having sex isn't very sexy. But for some reason, someone...
All right, fine. All right, fine. You don't like the ad. It's offensive. But racism?
Yeah, I don't buy the racism angle on that one either.
Does someone have an answer to us? An answer to that for us? Give us a call or send us some instant feedback or send a fax.
I believe that they were just targeting Harlem and such, and that is why it's racist, Opie. Because you don't see those ads on Park Avenue.
No, but what we see in Times Square is little kids in their underwear.
Yeah.
We have our own problems, trust me.
But they took that billboard down. That's another argument.
Well, and they're taking the Turtles effing posters
I don't
down
see it as
well.
racist either. I think that racism word gets thrown around. It's going to end up being like a cry wolf thing. You know, it's going to be, another racism case. So then when you have actual cases of racism, everyone's going to say, baloney.
All right, so we sent Ben out on the streets. No need to use his whole nickname today. To help us out to get some of this malt liquor because we want to try it out. We want to see what the big deal is.
I heard it's not malt liquor, Opie. It's lager.
It's lager?
But it's got 8 somewhat % alcohol.
Yeah. Wow. Something like that. Steel Reserve High Gravity Lager. You couldn't find it on the streets of Manhattan?
Well, not around here. They got the OE, the Old English.
Old English.
45, but I went to 8
that stuff
different
is
places.
old school.
Yeah, kicking it old school.
That's old school.
An old 8 ball.
At the final place, I asked a black guy, at the final store.
You're racist. Why did you ask a black guy?
Why didn't you ask the white guy? For
I
the,
did.
the
I asked all
lager?
the dude. People look at me like I got 3 heads. The last guy's like, "You're not gonna find that stuff around this area." So that's exactly what he said.
Look at that, huh?
7th and 9th.
So they are selectively placing certain alcoholic beverages in the black community? Is that what I'm getting out of this?
Well, to add to the discussion, I got a fax just handed to me from Old Dirty. Old Dirty.
What happened to the bastard portion?
I think it's just another, whatever.
That's just Old Dirty, all right.
He's a black fella.
All right. Thanks, fella. Hey there, fella.
What, Ralph?
I gotta stay now and hear this.
All right.
Well, he's a black fella.
Yeah.
And he writes in his fax, because these companies target only certain areas of the inner city, you won't see this beer in a predominantly white neighborhood. It makes me feel bad because I live in the ghetto and all we get is crap like this.
Huh.
Meaning the
Right.
Steel Reserve Lager. P.S. Hey Rudy, F off.
Yeah, wow. Well, can't you get any of the, regular beers?
In Harlem?
In Harlem?
Of course
Can you
you
buy Bud?
Budweiser's everywhere.
Or is it just Old E and 45?
No, I guarantee you get Budweiser in the neighborhood.
Yeah, well, sure.
Now, is Steve a distributor for, I think so.
No, he's the,
Steve,
Yeah.
what do you got, man?
Who's this, Anthony?
Opie and Anthony, what's up? You're on the air.
Yeah, you know what? I'll tell you one thing. First of all, you guys are great. I wanted to, lay that right on the table.
Hey, thank you.
You guys are awesome. Second of all, I wanted to tell you that I run a vending company in, some pretty lousy neighborhoods in Harlem and other areas of the city, and that's all you see. You see, Steel Reserve and Midnight Dragon, and that's the stuff that's selling.
Midnight Dragon? I never had none of that.
It's a mess. It's a real mess. It's like Old English 800 is like, Heineken compared to the stuff. It's horrible. I'm telling you. And let me tell you, that's the least of their problems, first of all.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean? It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I mean, I'll tell you one thing about that. I can probably get you a couple of those whatever they are.
Steel Reserve High Gravity Lager?
Yeah, hook me up.
No.
How do they fit that name on a can?
Yeah, I can get you the posters for sure.
Oh, I would love to see the poster.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. I mean, you know what? They'll be like, I'll have to be taking them off or whatever, but, they might have some scars and graffiti on them, but that'll add to it, I think.
That's cool. Keeping it real.
Yeah, it's really fun. I mean,
We like keeping it real on the Opie and Anthony show.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so you guys can hang them up or do whatever with them.
All right. Well, we're still trying to hunt down some of this lager so we can taste it today.
You're going to have to go uptown a little farther.
Yeah.
Way uptown.
Yeah, there's an argument on both sides. It's
ridiculous.
Yeah, some people say that putting that kind of all that booze into the black neighborhoods
That's what
is
sells. That's
is like a bad thing, and you get the black activists saying that. But then the other side says if the demand wasn't there, that they wouldn't need to put those huge bottles of malt liquor
Well, that's what it is.
on the
It's like
shelves.
$1.50
It amazes
for
me.
40. Yeah.
Yeah, $1.50 for a 40.
If they're buying it and it's legal, someone will be selling it.
That's it, and it's not a big deal. So this is like, I thought it was absolutely ridiculous because like I said, I'm in the neighborhoods all the time, and that's the least of the problems.
All right, man.
All right then.
Well, thanks a lot for contributing
No
today.
problem. You know what? If I can get my hands on those posters, I'll send them in.
Yeah, please do.
All right.
All right, man.
Bye.
Collector's items. I want to try some of this stuff now.
Now, how are we going to get some?
Let's send Earl uptown.
Send Earl. We got to send a black guy.
No, see,
I'm not going.
No, see, we're in enough trouble with Earl.
Why?
Is he coming down?
No, I mean, not. I mean, we get along with Earl perfectly fine, but there's...
Yeah, some people are coming to Earl's defense, whether he likes it or not. Isn't that amazing?
About being chained and whipped on our show. Because a lot of people took the bit out of context.
They took it out of context. They didn't know that Earl was being whipped by a dominatrix. All they heard was that a black gentleman was chained to a pole being whipped on the Opie and Anthony show. And
a letter was sent to Reverend Al Sharpton's office about our buddy Earl, who's in the studio.
Earl, you believe that Reverend Al got a letter?
Reverend Al, about what?
About you.
About
me? And being whipped on this show.
Yeah, part of our FCC complaint, Reverend Al got a letter.